What's up, guys? How's it going? It's Nick here, back with a new Chaos Draft here on Magic Online. Been having some decent success in this format. I've gone like 7-2 in matches, which I'm very happy with. Let's start reading some cards and see if anything sticks out. I don't see anything particularly good here. I'm not sure there's even really a card that I want to take. Circle of Affliction. You may pay 1. That's decent. Put a Spore counter on it. Creates 1/1s. All this stuff is not great. I'm not even sure what to take. I'll take Sinew Sliver. It's just a 2/2 for 2. I mean, this card's not amazing, but that was a very weak pack. Let's see, what do we have here? Agrus Kos, Wojek Veteran. Whenever it attacks, attacking red creatures get +2/+0, and attacking white creatures get +0/+2. That's a very strong effect. I haven't drafted Boros yet, so I think that's kind of interesting. There's also a Snapping Drake. I'm a big fan of blue-white. 2 damage to target creature and each other creature that shares a color with it. Wow, that's really good. Cleansing Beam. That's a very powerful effect. But Agrus Kos attacks as a 5/5. That's also quite big. And it pumps up your team. I think Cleansing Beam is a little expensive at 5 mana, but it's not really a big deal. I think this card is amazing. Like, cleans up combat really well. I'm still going to pick the rare, passing a Snapping Drake. Okay. What do we have here? There is a Gold Meadow Harrier. This card's pretty strong. Pretty strong. I don't think Blind Spot Giant is playable. Can't attack or block unless you control another giant, which we're certainly not going to see. There's a 2/1 for 1. I mean for 2. There's Eyeblight's Ending. This card is fantastic. I mean, it's a pure removal spell, but Gold Meadow Harrier taps down their best thing. And I would like to stay within this red-white idea if I can. So I'm just going to take the cool 1-drop there. At the beginning of your upkeep, sack a creature other than Liege of the Pit. If you can't, deal 7 damage to you. Not great. Desolation Giant. Enters the battlefield, destroy all other creatures you control. If it was kicked, destroy all other creatures instead. So it's like a Wrath of God for 6 with a body. I'm not too keen on that. Doesn't do what I want it to do, which is to be an aggressive creature. Like, I'm trying to play a creature strategy. There's a Zealot, or a Zealot, depending on how you like to say that. I always call it a Zealot. It's a 1/1 shadow. Kind of makes combat difficult for our opponents, so we'll see how good that is. It's at this point where I have to consider branching out from red. You know, I'd like to play Agrus Kos, but I'm not 100% that I'm going to be able to do that. Like, I'm tempted to take the Alpine Grizzly. It's just a 4/2 for 3. That seems good enough to me. I'd rather play something like this than a Mardu Banner. Just don't want to play a card like that. There's also a Frontier Bivouac, but that doesn't seem great. I'll take the Grizzly Bear. Oh my gosh, Forked Bolt? Wow, that's a late Forked Bolt. Wow. It's surprising to see that there. I guess red can't be that I mean, it can't be that taken if a Forked Bolt comes this late. Like, that's what I think when I see this. I think it's what we're going to take here. It gives me hope that I can play this Wojak Veteran. Alpine Grizzly is, it's nice. It's pretty good, but it's not, like, so good that it's pulling me into green. I wish I could see the picture on this Zealot Eelvek. I bet it looks like a pretty cool card. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't attack. Well, that's not too great. Nantuko Monastery is really good, actually. If you have Threshold, it becomes a 4/4 first strike man land. That's very good. What does Dwarven Driller do? Destroy target land unless its controller has Dwarven Driller deal 2 damage to them. That's not bad. Dwarven Scorcher's pretty bad. I'll take the Driller. I think we're kind of far away from Nantuko Monastery. Without ways to reliably fill your graveyard, Threshold becomes quite a bit worse. Okay. Inquisitor Exarch is at least okay. But Kiln Walker, how's this here? It's a 3/3 attacking for 3. Like, that's good. As well as Lost Leonin. Infect. I'm going to go with the Kiln Walker. It just does a good job of pressuring opponents. Mental Misstep. This card was banned in Legacy. Like, how's that there? Vapor Snag too? There's so many good cards in this pack. I'm going to take the Kiln Walker, but I'm happy to see a 2-drop white creature in the pack. Like, perhaps I should have taken that just to take the signal away. I guess Dust Corona. Wow, Corona. Coronavirus. Probably not going to play Dust Corona unless we have to. But back to the comment about the 2-drop. Perhaps it was best to take the 2-drop there, the white card, just to take the signal away from the person on our right. You know, we don't want them moving into this color. Reign of Embers is pretty bad. Golgari Thug is not too good. Torpid Moloch. I mean, how many times can I sack 3 lands? I guess it's a 2/3, or rather a 3/2 defender for 1. I'd like this better in like a blue-red Flyers deck where I just want it to be a blocker. And we're hoping to see like any red or white creature at this point, just for signaling purposes. Well, the Blind Spot Giant would be nice if there was like any hope that we'd see anything there. Can't attack or block. Maybe we see some more giants. I don't know. I think these other cards are equally unplayable. Glass Asp. Target creature with flying can't block. What a bad card. Wow, Naturalize makes it all the way around? I guess, what, 2 Naturalizes back to back? That's just so strange. Yeah, I guess this isn't the most playable card in this format. But I remember when Naturalize was printed and it was like a revelation. You know, Disenchant for green, that's so exciting. Okay. 4/9 Flying Haste for 4. Gold Knight Castigator. I want to play this if there's any way. If a source would deal damage to you, it deals double that damage to you instead. If a source would deal damage to this, it deals double that damage. Yeah, we're going to play that. It's a 4/9 Flying Haste Angel for 4. Like, we have to play that. Spiteful Motives looks pretty darn good, though. +3/+0 and has First Strike. Wow, that's so strong. But the Castigator, how do I pass up on this? I just don't think I can. I don't think I can pass up on this. Like, we just keep a blocker back. It's only damage to us. Yeah, we have to try to play this. We have to try. Okay. I got a little excited there. I'm hoping one of those cards wheels. I'm not holding my breath. You know, like, I don't think it's really going to happen, but it'd be sweet if it did. Whenever Needletooth Raptor is dealt damage, it deals 5 damage to target creature an opponent controls. Wow. Sky Marcher Aspirant is a 2-1 for 1. That's pretty good. It's also a Sun Sentinel, which I'd like to play. I think Needletooth Raptor is really good. Like, I could Fork Bolt it and, like, another thing and, like, kill something else. That seems strong. It's just a quality card, like... Maybe I'm playing Dwarven Driller. Yeah, I like Needletooth Raptor a bit more than these other cards. So let's just snatch it up there. Furious Reprisal deals 2 damage to each of 2 targets. Has to be the pick for us, I think. What else is here? Thriving Ibex? Yeah, it's... I mean, it's not going to compete with this. Infiltrator's nice, but we'll take Reprisal for sure. At this point, we're looking for things like 10th District Legionnaire. Just what the doctor ordered. 2/2 haste for 2. If we can cast a spell on it, it gets +1/+1 counter, like a permanent one. That's fantastic. As far as Boros decks go, this is a pretty good start. Not gonna lie to you. Pyrostatic Pillar, a great sideboard option against, like, Legacy Storm. Don't think it's quite as good here. Aven Farseer or Aven Farseer just isn't good enough, really. I don't think Misguided Rage is playable, though. Yeah, you can't really play Pillar. Not sure there's a playable card here for us. We'll take the Aven Farseer. If anything, it's a 1/1 flying for 2. It's not the worst card in the world. Oh, we're getting hooked up. We're getting hooked up. This deck might trophy. I'm getting excited. Yes, I am recording. Thank God. So Kenzan Renegade, 3/3 with Bushido 1. Oh God, the player with most cards in hand gains control of it? Yeah, I can't play that, actually. I can't keep more cards in my hand than my opponent. I'm a rushdown deck. I'd love to play it. I may, like, have to. I don't know. I don't know. What can I even take here? I'm gonna maybe give that a try. I think it's definitely going to the sideboard, but the other card was a 3/3 for 5. Like, I can't play that either. All right, Pterodon Knight. Do I have any other dinos? I do have a Needletooth Raptor, but I'm gonna take the Frenzied Raptor here. We're light on 3-drops. You always want to go like 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop in decks like this. So we got to start somewhere. It's a 4/2 for 3, which is fairly good, and we don't want to pick another 4-drop. We have like 4 of them already. We're gonna get, like, I think the next pick we're gonna get back our original pack, and I'm hoping that there's a red card in there for us. Pinpoint Avalanche. This might not look like much in this Onslaught pack, but 4 damage to a creature for 5 is playable in this format, and I will play this card in my main deck. I'm almost certain of it. I like know the picture for Dwarven Driller. It's the guy with like a drill. You know, it's like a big old drill, a circle. And it's a really cool picture. I wish I could see it. We have to think about this one. Dauntless Cathar or Moorland Drifter. I'm pretty sure I want the Drifter. I'm going to need a lot of 2-drops to make this deck function the way I want it to. And I'm pretty far from that. And 2/2 for 2 is a great stat line. It's much better than 2 2-1 for 2. So while Dauntless Cathar is good, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to take the 2-drop. I value it just a bit higher. And this was our original pack, and we're not getting much back here. +1/+1 in first strike. I mean, that's fairly good. There's a lot of good green cards coming around, like good green creatures. Green is very open here, but I don't think I can change lanes at this point. I'm pretty securely within this red-white. Maybe I should have, like, changed my evaluation at some point and looked at the green cards being passed around, because they are quite plentiful, but at some point you kind of tunnel vision. Like, I want to play this Agroscos, this Wojek veteran. Like Kron Strangler shouldn't be in the pack. It's a 2-drop. Those are just worth so much here. Yeah, like green creatures. Maybe that was the lane. I don't know, but I'm pretty happy with my pool of cards. I think I have some really powerful cards here. I'm hopeful that I can round out this deck with some simple yet effective cards like Shock. Shock is fantastic. Chaos Draft is dominated by creature combat, and while I don't want to have to 2-for-1 myself to, get rid of something, I often won't have to with Shock. I think it does exactly what I want it to do, and it's never coming back around if I pass it. This pick is easy because I don't have much else to choose from. I think Skyship Plunderer is the best card in the pack. But it's not like I want to take Decommission, so we'll take the Wonderful Burn spell. And we have some good ones. Furious Reprisal, Shock, Forked Bolt. Like, all of those cards are super premium. Let's think about this. How many soldiers do I have? And why am I looking at that now, right? Well, there's a Sen's Tactician. This card is really, really good. I have a Kithkin soldier. The Zealot, or the Zealot, is not a soldier, of course. Okay, Agroscos is a soldier. Daily Regimen is really good too. Also, wow, a lot here. Burenton Bombardier. Wow, there's just so much to pick from. What's better, Sen's Tactician or Daily Regimen? Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it can block an additional creature. Is that better than Daily Regimen? Or better than the Bombardier even? 2/2 flying for 3 is like great. Wow. I'm taking the Tactician. It just grows every single turn. Like, how do I pass that up? Okay. Wow. Lots to pick from. We're getting hooked up, it seems. Tyrannica, a Crowan veteran. Whenever it attacks, untap another target creature you control. Until end of turn, that creature has base power and toughness 4/4 and gains indestructible. Get in my deck. Dang. Gosh, dang. Card is so good. Wow. This looks like maybe the best Chaos Draft I've ever had. Look, there's a Trooper. I go by the tag Troop on Twitch, and Troopa on, what is it, Classic WoW? So, I really want to take the Troopa. There's an Icarid, a Cabal Coffers. Some iconic cards here. Putrid Imp. Petrovarch. Enters the battlefield, exile target land. Return the exile card to the battlefield under its owner's control until end of turn. This card isn't bad. I'd rather have something like Avalanche Riders, but Avon Trooper requires me to discard cards in order to pump it up. Not something I'm looking to do, so I guess I'll take Petrovarch and probably not play it. Apex Hawks, well, we're in the perfect lane. Let's go, baby, let's go. I mean, 2/2 flying for 3 is good enough, but the fact that I can multi-kick it, later on in the game, say I draw into it when I'm in like a late game situation, that's pretty sweet. It's got to be the pick here. Grotag Thrasher. It's actually quite good. It's actually quite good, but I gotta take the Hawks. Let's put Petrovark over to the side. Spontaneous Artist is like just okay. If I'm at the point where I don't have to play a 3/3 haste for 4, I think our deck's in a really good place because most like chaos drafts, you're gonna slam this card, like you're gonna auto play that. Sun Crusher, yeah, 9 mana, no thanks. Excuse me. There's a Blind Creeper. That card is fantastic. Excuse me here. I don't think that there's anything for me to really want out of this pack. If Blind Creeper was a red card or a white card, I'd be all over it. Doesn't seem like I can play anything here. I guess Abuna's Chant is what I will play. Okay, we're going to play this Leonin Snarecaster. Excuse me. It's just a 2-drop, but later on in the game it can tap our opponent's defensive creatures and allow us to attack, possibly in situations where we couldn't otherwise. Wow, we have a Sliver. Well, that's lucky. As long as you have no cards in hand, Sliver creatures you control have tap. They become Prodigal Sorcerers. 2/2 for 2 is more than playable, and the fact that we have a Sliver makes me happy to have it. And things have certainly dried up for us here. We'll take the Leopard. If we don't get another playable card, I think that's more than fine. This deck came out splendidly. Don't think I'm playing the Bravado. We have a lot of soldiers, actually, for this Sen's Tactician. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 with the Wojak Veteran. Do I want Mosquito Guard? Or do I want Sunflare Shaman? I'm going to go with the Sunflare. Just because it's a 2-drop. It's a 2/1 for 2. That seems pretty good to me. Stampede Rider? Yeah, I'll take a Stampede Rider. Over Hero of the Winds? Yeah, I will. I think I need another 3-drop there, more than I want the 4-drop. I'm not going to have many spells to target that guy with. And I know that now, given what I have in my main deck. Like, I think the only card I could have done that with was something I cut from the deck. What was it? Kitesail Apprentice. It was the Bravado. So this deck seems like a deck that is going to be pretty simple to build. At least I'm hopeful of that. Dust Corona isn't awful, like +2/+0 for 1 mana. That could be quite good. But I don't think I want it in the deck. How many cards is this? We're about to see, I guess. Jeez, it puts all of the cards back in the main deck. I'm not sure why it does that. It's probably a way for me to stop that, but let's just put everything into the sideboard, huh? Let's sort by color. And we're going to add the cards back in that seem like we have to play them. So we're not going to go to that 2/1 for 2 just yet. Not unless we have to. I think it's much better than Avon Farseer. We'll play the Sinew Sliver. Apex Hawks for sure. I think the Zealot is actually pretty good. It makes blocking so hard for our opponent. Like, it effectively makes all of our creatures trade up. We get to play both of these 1-drops. That's awesome. Blind Spot Giant is not playable. Frenzied Raptor certainly is. Stampede Rider, yes. Oh yeah, this Renegade. It looks so promising. 3/3 Bushido for 3. I was like, oh my god, this card's great. But then I quickly remembered, like, yeah, that card's abysmal. You can't even play it. We got this, oh man, mythic rare, like, Flying Hasted Angel. I'm just so hopeful that this is going to end games really quickly. It's not good if you're behind, but how often is this deck going to be behind? I just don't see it happening. I think there's the picture on Dwarven Driller. I knew what it was going to look like. It's the dude holding the drill. Oh, man. Okay, so we can play this Shaman. That's good enough. Dwarven Driller is definitely playable. This is 22 cards. Oh, I thought we had more than this. Oh, yeah, Kilnwalker. Yeah, this card is great. 3/3 attacker. That is very good. So now we can we can add our 17 lands. It's suggesting 10-7, but I think I'm going to cut a Mountain for a Plains. Simply because we really want to be able to cast our Tyrannica. And we have more white 2-drops than red ones. Also, we have 2 white proactive 1-drops. So why is it asking us to play more mountains? We really need a Plains on the first turn. Like, we can't go without that. We're going to play 9 Plains and 8 mountains. Sometimes Magic Online just gets it wrong. I think this is much better. 9 Plains because we can wait to cast Shock and Forked Bolt. We can't wait to cast these white 1-drops. Also, we have, like, their abilities that require white mana. We're going to need multiple white sources to be able to do the things we want to do. Whereas we don't have any red mana sinky stuff going on. Sinky stuff. Is that a scientific technical term? I don't know. This deck's going to trophy. I'm really happy to have it. It's going to be a blast to play. I hope it doesn't peter out and just die. But, man, this was so much fun to draft. My gosh, I love Chaos Draft. I'm running really hot in it, too, like I said. I'm 7-2 in match wins. The first time I tried it, I trophied, and the past 2, I've gotten my money back by going 2-1. So I really like this format. It's really fun, and I think there's just some players getting it wrong, you know? Playing cards that they really should never be playing in their deck, you know? But let's hope we can smash some people, you know, and grab a quick trophy here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me. If I get a like on this video, like, I swear, every single one makes me feel great. So, if you want to make me feel great, hit that like button. I want to thank you again so much for watching. If you support my channel, you are the best. Appreciate you very much. Hope you enjoyed this draft video, and I'll see you guys next time.